welcome back. I'm Allison. This is Wonder Crochet. About 2 months ago, I did a video where I created a works in progress jar, and we picked a random work in progress and I finished it. Because if you've seen my other videos, you know that I have a problem with starting projects and not finishing them. And I know that this is common in the crochet community, but I feel like I might take it to another level because I have probably over 30 works in progress. I appreciated all the really nice comments on my last work in progress video, so I thought it was about time for a part 2. So I'm going to pick a random project from our work in progress jar and I'm going to finish it. So if you're like me and you have lots of works in progress, comment down below how many you have, because I'd love to not feel alone in this. And if you don't yet know how to crochet and would like to learn how to crochet plushies just like all of these, I have a full online course and I'll link that in the description. It teaches you from the very beginning how to crochet and how to do it well. Let's jump in with our works in progress. So if you haven't seen my WIP bin, this is it. And I also have a few works in progress kind of scattered places too. I have a video that goes through everything that's in this bin, so I'll put that in the description too. I've added a few more since then, but thankfully not too many. And I have the work in progress jar. Like I mentioned last time, I got this idea from readers, so like a TBR jar. They pick their next book to read, and I thought it would be really fun with works in progress. I'll be honest, I don't remember what's in here, so this is going to be a surprise for us all. I don't want to look. Little plant. This is actually really perfect right now because I'm redesigning the craft room. I'm making a whole video about it, so don't worry, you didn't miss anything. I've just posted a few things on Instagram about it, but you only see this side of the craft room when I'm filming, but there's a whole other side behind, and it used to be our guest bedroom, so it just had a big bed in it and a dresser, and that was pretty much it. We decided to move that bed out, and now I have the whole room, which is so exciting to me. Come a long way from just a little craft space in the living room. And during this redesign, I've wanted to crochet a bunch of little houseplants to put around the room because I just love the look of them. So I started making some plants, but I haven't finished them. I'll show you one that I have finished, and then we'll look at my work in progress, one that we're going to finish today. So I have a teardrop wall display that I got at Michael's, and I want to fill that up with plants. And this is one that I did, and it's just like a cute curly plant. This is the one that I started on. So this is going to be a fern. So I still have to crochet up this other side and make, I don't know, probably 6 more of these, and I'll show you where I got the pattern for this. So both of those plant patterns are from this book, Not Monsters, Potted Plants. I actually, and the curly one you can see is one of the hanging plants, but I made it in just like a little pot without the hanging part. And then the fern is also a hanging plant, but I'm making it just like a standard plant. So the pot that I used for the fern is the Venus flytrap pot, and then I use the fern. So I'll link this pattern book in the description if you want to make this along with me. It's really great. There's a lot of fun patterns in here. And I'm using worsted weight yarn to make this. I know, shocking that I'm not using fluffy yarn for once. But I got this from Michael's, and I believe it's Loops and Threads. It's just the cheap acrylic yarn. I like the look of the acrylic yarn with the plants. It just makes it look a little bit more realistic than like a fluffy yarn would. And usually I use like a 3.5 or a 4mm crochet hook with this, but I want the plant to be a little bit more spaced out and not as tight as like typical amigurumi, so I'm using a 4.5mm hook with this. Let's get cozy. I'm gonna watch a little Animal Crossing island tour while I make these, and let's finish this work in progress. I finished the first fern. Look at it. Isn't that so pretty? These do take a long time to do, so this might take me a bit, but I love how it turned out. Doesn't that look like a real fern? So then I'll just tie each fern to the center. I love this. Oh my gosh. How many do you think I need? Do you think I can get away with 4? We'll see. I think I can get away with 4. So let's make 3 more of these and then we'll tie them to the center. And I'll show you afterwards the teardrop display that I have for them. And then maybe you can give me some suggestions for other plants to do for that area as well. I'd love your recommendations. They're so pretty. Look at that. And I was dramatic earlier. They really didn't take that long to do. It was honestly kind of relaxing, just like sitting there. As you can see, the pattern repeats. So if you want to just like turn on a nice show and do a relaxing pattern that you don't really have to think about, I'm telling you, make one of these. So I know I said that I was going to try to make 4, but I actually think that 3 will look good just because they're wide at the top. So if I make 4, then they'll really be crossing over each other. Here, I'll show you. So I have this, and if I attach them all in the center here, I just feel like 3 will look good. So now I'm just going to take the little tails that I have here and attach them to the very center of the dirt. I'm going to use a smaller hook, make this a little bit easier on myself. This is a 2.75. So we're just going to attach them all to the center. I love doing these whip jar videos because then I make things that I honestly completely forgot about, or it just gives me an excuse to make fun things for myself instead of, you know, always making new patterns and stuff like that. Sometimes it's just nice to crochet for yourself, and that's okay. But I'm really enjoying making these house plants. It's been a lot of fun. So please comment down below what other plants I should make. I see a lot of really pretty flower patterns and bouquets and stuff on my feed, and I always want to make them, but I just haven't. So if you all know of any great patterns, please let me know. And then of course I love the greenery plant patterns too. I just think they add so much fun and such a cozy vibe to your space, which is what we're always striving for. Okay, I attached these all to the center. Now let's flatten out the leaves. Honestly, I probably should have blocked this so that the leaves stay out, but fern leaves tend to curl up sometimes too, right? It's okay. And there is our pretty crocheted fern. I really love how this turned out, and I'll show you what it looks like in the little wall shelf, and I'm glad that we could finish this today. So that was another successful work in progress done. It feels good to remove another one from the jar and not add another one. If you like this type of video, please let me know in the comments if you want me to do a part 3, and let me know what other plants I should crochet for the craft room. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.